Hello students, I am Dr. Mandeep from Gunana College, Sri Muktsar Sahib. Today we are going to talk about types of estivations. Now, what are estivation? Estivation term is basically used in zoology as well, and it means prolonged dormancy of an insect, fish or an amphibian during a hot or a dry period. In botany, it means the arrangement of petals and sepals in a flower bud before it opens. Estivation is the positional arrangement of parts of a flower within a flower bud before it has opened. It is also called prefoliation. Now, estivation, it can act as an important taxonomic diagnostic. Like, for example, in the case of Malvaceae, the flower buds, they have valvate sepals, except for Phragmotodendron and Chiranthodendron, which have sometimes been misplaced as a result. The terms, there are various examples and types of estivation, like we have imbricate, we have quincunxial, valvate, vexillary, etc. So here you can see this is the valvate. We will do each one of them individually. So this is valvate, this is twisted, this is we have imbricate over here, this is quincunxial, and this is the vexillary, right? And this is how you can see them in the case of the real flower. Now, first of all, we have valvate. Valvate, margins of sepals or petals, they do not overlap, but they just touch each other. And this is an example like we have in the calyx of members of Malvaceae, Calotropis, annona. In the case of twisted, which is also called convolute or contorted, one margin of each sepal or petal is overlapping on the other petal. So this is in the case of hibiscus, which is also called China rose. Then we have imbricate. Imbricate, the sepals and petals, they irregularly overlap each other. One member of the whorl is exterior, one is interior, and the rest of them, they have one margin exterior and other interior. This is in Cassia and Dallonyx. There are three types: ascending imbricate, quincunxial, and vexillary. So in the case of quincunxial, two petals are external, two are internal, and one petal is alternating internal and external. This is in the case of Ipomia, Catharanthus, guava. In vexillary, large posterior petals are there and they overlap both the lateral two petals, and lateral petal further overlaps the anterior petal, which are mostly fused. This is in the members of Fabeoideae, example pea and bean. So here we again have the valvate, they are just touching each other. In the case of twisted, each one of them is overlapping the next one. One side of the petal is exterior and one is interior. In imbricate, one is totally interior and one is totally exterior. Rest of them are irregularly placed. Quincunxial, two are exterior, two are interior, and one of them is one side inside and one side outside. Here we have the vexillary, one is exterior and totally overlapping two lateral ones, and these two lateral ones, they overlap the two fused ones, which are called keel or carina. So now we will do in case of each of them. So here we have valvate. This is in Datura they have shown over here. So they are not touching each other. They are just overlapping each other, right? Next we have twisted. This is in the case of China rose or hibiscus. So one margin is inward and the other is overlapped. So next again same and they are overlapped. One side of each petal is being overlapped and the other side is overlapping, right? So this is in the case of hibiscus. Next we have imbricate. One sepal is totally inside or overlapped. One petal is totally exterior, overlapping others, and the rest of them, they are like twisted. So this is in Bauhinia, right? So here you can see this one is totally outside, this petal is totally inside, and the rest of them like twisted. This is the flower of Caesalpinia, belonging to the same family as Bauhinia. Then we have quincunxial. This is in Cassia occidentalis, you can see over here. So this is petals are totally inside, like this one, and two are totally outside. And one of them is left, which has one side interior and one side outside. So this is in Cassia. This also belongs to Caesalpinioideae. Next is vexillary. The corolla is butterfly shaped and has 5 petals. Outermost is the largest, and this is called standard or vexillum. And this overlaps the two lateral ones, which are called wings. And then these overlap the two fused board shaped, which is called keel or carina, and these are smaller. This is example in pea, and other flowers of Fabioideae also have similar estivation. So here in this flower, you can see this is the standard or vexillum. These are the two keel, and this is the carina. Sorry, these are the two wings, and this is the keel or carina. Generally, keel color is darker than the rest of the parts. That is, then the rest of the standard or wings. Keel is slightly darker in most of the cases. So we have a quick recap of what we have done. This is valvate, this is the twisted one, imbricate, quincunxial, and here is vexillary. I hope all of you have understood the types of estivation. We will meet next time with another um, terminology for the flowering plants. Thank you.